One of the things that I want to spend just a minute on, since we have some time, is the method that these companies are going through to both monetize their assets and to do the administrative wind down of the show. Because remember, these will be asset sales. We're going to assume for most of these cases that equity is out of the money. We're going to just try to do the best we can to get recovery for the debt, starting with the senior secured debt and then the trade creditors. Again, we do some bankruptcy work, but now you're in front of a court, you're subject to their timeline, there are expenses, you might have an unsecured creditors committee. If we can find an alternative to that, that's a much better option in most cases. And most of these venture-backed companies we're dealing with are not going to be restructured. They're not going to be sold in a way that has to be done through a Chapter 11 process. So we'll use this term again, assignment for the benefit of creditors, or ABC for short, that many of you may have heard about. Is becoming much more prominent as a way to wind down a company. And ABC is not done under federal bankruptcy law. It's done under state law in California or Delaware, New Jersey. Various states have various statutes. Some have unfavorable statutes like New York. But we often can find a jurisdiction where a company will contract with a private trustee, or assignee as they're called, to do essentially the job of a Chapter 7 bankruptcy trustee. But here the company gets to choose its own trustee. You're not assigned a random one. And it's often someone like my firm Resolution who has experience in monetizing esoteric assets. So we could come in on a very cost-controlled basis with a fixed budget and a glide path to not only monetizing the assets, but actually taking over for the board, who's then permitted to resign, and doing the administrative wind down, taking care of the creditors and the employees and the record storage and the tax returns, and in a very, very efficient way, provide a soft landing for the company itself, a response to creditors, and at the same time, recovering whatever value we can recover for the lenders. So it's something that I think everybody should be considering, as bankruptcy is cumbersome and more expensive. That this is an alternative, along with the receivership, along with the foreclosures, which we also do on behalf of venture lenders. We act as a foreclosure agent.
And one other thing, which I think is a major advantage of an ABC. Oftentimes, you have people who have lost a lot of money in these situations, who have platinum reputations, and they are concerned about their reputations. And so a huge advantage of an ABC is that it is really a quasi-private transaction. You're not making public filings as you would be in a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 11. So not only is there an economy of process as well as an economy of dollars, but there is also an economy of publicity. And so what that allows is for people to make tougher decisions quicker without the embarrassments of having those decisions be reported publicly.